living organisms are made up of cells. Cells is the smallest unit of a living being. Cell can be defined as the basic structural and functional unit of life. Cell can be defined as the basic structure and functional unit of life. To understand this, let's prove it. Cell comprises two: tissue. Tissue comprises two organ. Organ comprises two organ system. And organ system comprises two organism or a living body. Means when different cells join together, they are different cells, these are cells. When they will join together, they will form tissue. Tissues will form organs like lungs, stomach, etc. And organs will form organ systems like digestive system, excretory system, circulatory system. Organ system will comprise to an whole organism. So this proves that cell is the basic structural or functional unit of life. Cells can't be seen with naked eyes, so we use an instrument named microscope to see cells. Microscope is an instrument which makes tiny objects appear larger. It makes tiny objects appear larger and it uses lens to magnify object. It uses lens to magnify object. Now let's study about who has invented microscope. Invention of microscope. So microscope was first invented by a scientist named Anton van Leeuwenhoek. Anton van Leeuwenhoek. The microscope invented by Anton van Leeuwenhoek was simple microscope because it contains only a single lens, means only one lens. After Anton van Leeuwenhoek, another scientist in 1665 discovered a microscope with two lenses, that is known as compound microscope. The name of the scientist is Robert Hooke. The name of the scientist is Robert Hooke. So this was all about invention of microscope. Robert Hooke exclaimed, thin slices of cork that remind him of and observe cluster of box-like cubic cells that resemble the structure of a honeycomb. Thus he named that cell. The cell word come from a Latin word that is cellula, which means a small room. There are also various modern type of microscopes, like the latest one is electron microscope. Cell theory was proposed by three scientists, M. Schleiden, Rudolf Virchow and Theodore Scaven. Cell theory states that all organisms are made up of carry all living activities of a human, not any living thing, next. To our human, all organisms are made up of cells. A cell carry all living activities of a living thing. A new cell arises from other living cells. A new cell arises from other living cells by the process of cell division. These three statements are stated by those three scientists who have given cell theory.
चलो start.
Unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular organisms are those organisms which contain a single cell, means they contain a one cell. Example: bacteria. Second example: yeast. Now, multicellular. According to the name, multicellular means multicellular organisms are those organisms which contain more than one cell. Which contain more than one cell. For example, we human beings, cat, dog, rose, etc. So this was all about cell. Thank you.